hope you're enjoying C7 so far. I'm Rachel, I'm from Surfers Against Sewage and I head up our Plastic Free Communities campaign. And Plastic Free Communities is all about community response to single-use plastic pollution and upstream solutions. You know, we can beach clean, we can community clean to the end of our days. We are never going to pick all of the plastic out of the ocean or out of our green spaces. We need to stop it getting there in the first place. So this is what Plastic Free Communities is all about, and it's about our communities coming together and collaborating on solutions which will work for every community, but they also work on solutions that are quite specific to where they live as well, which is the beauty of the campaign. It really empowers people to look at what they can do locally to make a difference. So how our communities get involved is we have a 5-step toolkit that they sign up to, and I'm going to run through those 5 steps and how they look and what our communities will take action on, and then talk a little bit about how they then build on that locally. So the first thing that they'll do is they'll get involved with their local council, because all of our communities are based on volunteer action, and there's only so far you can get as a volunteer. So getting people like your local councillors and your local council, your local MPs on board can really help you make that change further up the line. So what they'll do is they'll work with the local council to get them to pass the Plastic Free Communities motion, and that means the council pledges to take action itself on single-use plastic and get rid of it, but also to support local plastic-free initiatives, which is really important. The second thing they do is they link with local businesses, because if we want to live a plastic-free lifestyle, we need to be enabled to do that. So we need to be able to shop plastic free, and businesses can sign up to be plastic free champions. And what they'll do is they'll get rid of 3 single-use plastics from their business, but they'll also look at what else they can do and have a list of other things that they can tackle. And once they've done that, they become a champion, they get a plaque, they get a certificate, they can show the community what they're doing to raise awareness and to boost the visibility of all of those options in that community, so people can choose to shop plastic free. But again, you're working on that system change, and it's another element of the community coming together to tackle plastic pollution. The third thing they do is they work with what we call community allies. So these are different groups and organisations who can get the message out to lots of different people in the community. So it could be local schools, it could be the local brownies, it could be other environmental groups. Venues come into this, libraries, sports centres. Anybody working in the community with different community members can be a community ally, and they can do anything from just displaying a load of individual action plans to holding events for our plastic free communities. And this is a really powerful way of making sure that everybody in the community has access to the campaign but can also get involved. Another way of doing that is step 4 in the toolkit, which is holding community events and actions. So this is where our beach cleans, our community cleans come in. Mass Unwrap, which is a great action our communities take at supermarkets, and they basically go in and have loads of volunteers behind the till who offer shoppers the opportunity to unwrap any unnecessary plastic and leave it in a trolley, just to show other customers just how much unnecessary plastic there is, but also to give a message to the supermarket. So anything like that comes under this objective, and again it's about enabling everybody in the community to do something. And then finally, our communities will set up a steering group. Now this is where you lay the foundations for what you're going to do once you've got this initial accreditation. And that steering group will apply for the accreditation, but then they'll look at, right, what else do we need to do locally? How can we build on this? You know, we do really good local events, we get loads of people involved. How can we get them to make the next step? How can we get them to maybe hold their own event or start to cut plastic in their day-to-day life? They've seen it on the beach. How can we help them, you know, change their lifestyle? So yeah, that's the steering group's role. And once all of those things have happened, you've got the foundations in place for some really effective change in your community. And we've seen that coming through great projects. You know, it will develop. So some communities will set up refill schemes. Other communities, you might have seen the campaign against polystyrene bodyboards. That came out of a plastic-free community. Others will really focus on lifestyle changes and those simple steps that individuals can take. But together, by working with individuals, community organisations and decision makers, that whole community can come together and do something. And when you've got 800 almost across the whole UK who are doing that, that adds up to something. And that collective voice can really shout for change in the corridors of power and link into all of our other campaigns. So it's a great movement to love it. I absolutely love it. And just dealing with people, their ideas, is so inspiring. And to see this happening every single day in our communities really gives you hope that we can do something about this. So hopefully that's given you a little bit of insight into the campaign and how it works. I've only got 5 minutes, it's just an iota of the work that happens, but hopefully it's given you a good picture of things. And there's some incredible speakers coming up for the rest of the day, so I hope you enjoy the rest of C7.